Hello, hello, here we are yet again. Today we play Path of Exile, the Hierophant. Yay! Finished up dishes. Are you doing the the pre-protest? Make those dishes clean in solidarity. Oh god, I'm tangled by my headset. Okay. Sorry, I got super tangled. I was audiobooking all day. Gotta say that the Gunslinger, I've finished the first one. Super good. Second time I've gone through the series, and yeah, there's a lot that I missed, you know, not knowing what was in the story before. I think the second time through made it better. Alright, what are we doing? We're travel to the control blocks. Mias meter. Cool, let's do that. Do I have any gold on me? I do. Well, let's get our zap on as a warm-up and then go from there. I mean, if he insists on using a club, fine, but, you know, you are surrounded by people in armor. Might I suggest equipping it? Am I just killing everybody now? Is that my secret? The Holy Man, ally of none. The Hierophant to the lonely masses. Alright, let me readjust my desk real quick. Microphone still front and center. Wow, there's quite a few dead prisoners here. Get out of here. Think you stand a chance? I guess that's like the biggest thing. Like in Roman history, I wonder how the slave revolt was taken. I mean, like, once you start gaining ground, then what? Do you just settle? Do you move on? Do you run to a safe place? I'm trying to see from a perspective of the slave masses, as I would most likely be one of them. Whoa. I feel the enemies are getting bigger. Good. It's kind of nice. I gave this game a very brief break, and feels good coming back to. I'm still eager. I'm going to be getting as many resources as I can for the mine, because that's something I want to delve into quite deeply. Oh, right. The story of this part's pretty cool, too. Because if you catch a drift, you're going to see an escalation pretty soon. More treasure is, more treasure does. Where are we off to now? Okay, I thought that thamping was my feet. It's like, wow, I'm just pitter-pattering all over this prison block. Got a nice honey chamomile tea. Get a little relaxation going. Who's this? Bile Mauler? I suppose that's an appropriate name. Alright. Whoa! Hit points have dropped very rapidly. Okay, so I'm starting to think my biggest weakness so far is my inability to move with the channel ability. I should reassess that. The only times I've died is when I was standing in those easily dodgeable areas of death. More armor is going to be a big piece to that as well. A poignard? Oh, it's a dagger. Just blow everybody up. But as I said before, the secret of the glass cannon is you don't have to worry about defenses if everybody's dead. Filth Eye. Now, that's how you get pink eye. The movement thing's your fault. Should have mentioned the issue. Yeah, the whole just holding still thing really wasn't working out. Thought I'd try something new. But you said we stood together in solidarity. Isn't that what you meant? I like these roadblocks. They're very dystopian. I mean, I wouldn't like to see them in real life, for sure. But they're cool here. Great set dressing. Alright, homie. I am going to zap the life out of you. But yeah, all of the defense types have their, downsides. Armor's not really strong against explosive damage, where not like bombs, but like, large burst damage. Just because it gets overwhelmed and then you really have no defenses. Energy shields weak against chip damage because, it dwindles. You don't take any damage for sure, but you do eventually wear out. And then dodge is really strong because you just don't take any damage, but it's like little rapid attacks tend to be its weakness because, well, you can't dodge them all. Which I think is BS, but... because I very much believe you certainly can dodge them all. You just have to live with no mistakes. Whoops. There we go. We got another divination card. I don't find a lot of these, so I'm kind of wondering what the effectivity is of them. Like, is there a way to make them less rare? I don't know. What level are we? Oops. We got level 48. Level 55, we got that second round of the Sendicy to dive into, which is cool. To get more prestige point. XP. So that I look forward to. I'm pleased to be hunting for this miasmeter. The problem is, I don't know what a miasmeter is, so finding it might be difficult. I mean, it's like a fume measurer. There we go. It's good to know that I'm still maintaining the damage threshold of the enemies. We'll see if that carries through the rest of the acts, or if I'm going to need like a major overhaul. As I mentioned before, I have not actually looked up a class. I just kind of took what I had and, well, basically just tried to see if it works. Okay, enough with the crossbows. Although I think that is a very effective anti-wizard technique. It's just shoot him with a million arrows.
Have time to gather my will.
Although listening to the Dark Tower again, it's kind of a got me thinking about kind of like how magic is portrayed in fantasy things. So we got like two edges of this scale. We got this game where magic is a very, very flashy thing. There's explosions, there's lights. Just like any amount of power is this huge display of magical might, no matter what you do. There's explosions blinding the battlefield, and that's all well and good. Whereas on the other side of the scale, you got the Dark Tower, where you got a more subtle magic. Kind of like when, Jesus. He finally caught up to the Man in Black. It seems like the magic is a lot more subtle. More of an environmental thing. Sometimes a trick of the mind. Demons are an invisible thing. Just like a small trickle of sand and, you know, the power in a bone. And I kind of like that style a lot more. Just like it exemplifies the arcane weirdness that magic tends to, you know, or at least I think should portray. Well, we all know how much I like the weird. There we go. I don't know. Sometimes the flashiness is cool, but sometimes I think it's overdone. I'm sure it's an unpopular opinion. I mean, we all know Michael Bay exists. It must be good to the eyes. A sensory explosion. How else would it be called magic? Whoa. Jessica Cassicus.
You should have kept your eyes on God.
Huh. Now the question is, did I literally pull out his eyes? I did. Eyes blazing with holy flame. The pilgrim saw a great palace descend from the burgeoning sky, its gates barred against the unfaithful. I suppose that's the visage of the titular god that they worship. Yeah, I don't need these. What is that? Oh, wait, is that where I came from? It is. Interesting. It's kind of cool. We went a full circle. And we're on the level above where I started. So the control blocks is where all the guards are. The slave pens are below. I've kind of wondered about it, like, ARPG level design. Like, having the levels look cool, that's one thing. But I kind of wonder how deeply it goes into it. How much thought that is. Other than just have, you know, some kind of labyrinth full of enemies. With an exit. What is it, base lard? Oh, it's a sword. Alright. Now, the question lies, what was I trying to do? I was trying to increase my firepower. So I'm going here, cranking up this bad boy, and then we're going to go here, increase my resistances. I think both of these are going to be very important. Maybe I should go resistances first. I will make a decision so I can regret it later. And I will commit to that. Nah, apparently the wall's too high for me to teleport up to. A damn shame. What's the purpose of a teleport spell if I can't do that? Maybe it only goes so far as I can see. And obviously it's super high, so my guy would not be able to see over the wall. There we go. Lest I teleport into the wall, which I can imagine is a very painful demise. Alright, they got prisoners and all sorts of virtue gems. They're probably plugging them in there. Oh, they got all kinds of science happening here. Yep, sounds about right. Just permanent electrocution. No big deal. Great whirligigs of death. So that's a miasmitter.
Piety's science may aid in uncovering the truth of this world. God does have a sense of humor.
We shall peer into the cosmic wonderments as they wake and writhe from within, in deep and nameless dark. Okay. She has a miasmitter thesis? Oh, what's this one? A corrupted amulet. Interesting. Brutus's first innovation as Lord Incarcerator was a weighted chain around every neck so that the prisoners would forever bow to him. Of course. Nothing says being a high prison guard than overwhelming ego. There we go. Yeah, I look forward to doing some of the challenging stuff. Once we get through the campaign proper, we just need a character who can do it. Like the maps is the exciting part. Everybody talks about them. I've never done them. So we'll see what that holds. There we go. Oh, lightning golem. Elemental proliferation. Damn it. Okay, so it's too low. That kind of denies my theory. I'm starting to see the downside of my character's forever forward trot. There we go. Hup, 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 hup. High Templar Avaricious. Or Avarious. I suppose I'm the avaricious one. A great greed to rule them all. Well, it'd be good to get out of the slave pits. And into the streets proper. Wonder how far this rebellion's going. I mean, surely it's not just this building. Excuse me. No, front table, endless paperwork. Nothing like a good bureaucratic system. And level those up proper. That's nice. Alright, let's get out of here. Make a break for it. Please? Okay. Oriath Square. Cool. We'll teleport back real quick to turn in our quest.
Only to find chaos and blood.
Well, you did sort of incite that.
Thank you. By killing Casticus, you've given us a fighting chance. And about his eyes, I'm sorry you had to do that. Yet although Utula's solution might seem brutal, I've seen Karui men blinded with a hot poker, simply for looking a fraction too long at an Oriathan lady. Yes, this is war. And just a little revenge, too. Take something. A token of our thanks.
This galaxy dragon's really cool. Oh. Global crit strike chance, evasion rating, armor, lightning resist, cold. Let's go for this armor. I don't really need a second.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Sure. I'm sure you do this for all kinds of reasons.
Hello.
There we go. Just put the good stuff in there. Did I want this? I dare say I think I did. Yes, I did. We'll boost that up. Give her a swap. Don't need the uniques. Shock Nova. I can make a character based on a Nova spell. That'd be fun. Alright. Give me your prize.
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, Exile. The miasmeter. The hope of humanity lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge. Far more useful than an accidental hulk of meat and instinct like yourself.
Huh.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to discover that your slaying of the beast correlates directly to the strife we must currently suffer.
Yeah, that's valid.
At least you've proved useful enough to return the miasmeter to me. That deserves some small reward, I suppose.
Alright, more XP. In fact, let's go for a resistances first. I feel like that's going to be much more pressing than more damage.
Yes?
There we go. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, now there is a limited amount of inventory space. I am noticing that, but it's not so bad. At least for me. Hello.
Exile?
You have spent all my money, sir. Can't you make money of your own? Or to mine. Oh, I guess they needed money for that. Heh. Okay. I do have a man getting endless pumpkins. Just sit tight.
The choice is made.
Oh, good. I see ya.
Alright, let's see where we're going. I want to sell some wheat. Sure. Gotta get me some more sailors. In fact, I'll do just that. Sir, does that man in the middle do anything? Okay. Yeah, I need some bismuth.
Yes,
Hi.
we've got a promising list of picks. Here's the next set.
I need sailors, sir. Thank you.
Promising pick.
Fine. Wait, why can't I?
Ale. It's a cornucopia of talent.
There we go.
I'll get right on that paperwork.
I want all sailors on this. You?
The
And
shipping
you.
lanes will be somewhat safer.
Just throw men with cutlasses at it. That seems to work.
Local.
Whoa. The risk is 0. Don't mind if I do.
They're on their way.
In fact, I might spend all my money getting more of these resources. Let's do just that. I require corn, sir.
Sonya will make good use of them.
Alright, let's get out of here. Before I do, remove,
The choice is made.
remove. I don't want any
The
bars
choice is
made, just in
made.
case I start finding bismuth. Alright, just in case, I just want to see if I have a passive gain of this elemental sulfite. I don't! That's a bummer. Okay. Oh well, we progress. Let's go steal somebody else's eyes. Okay. Got all my passives and we're good to go. Well, these rebels are flame mothers, okay. That's right, use my momentum. You know, aside from being exiled, I don't think my guy has any reason to bring this sort of torment to the streets. No, don't leave, you doofus. Get in there. Alright, see what we're up against. Pockmarked horrors. I just want the gold. I mean, that's not true. I want other things, but gold will do. There we go. I don't know if the vowel song was very fitting for the feel that they seem to be going for. Like, they seem like some kind of pseudo-Aztec, but they also have kind of like 1300s European era armor. Oh, there you go. Daylight Blade has fallen. Gilded Axe. Field Lamar, no. Sacrifice at dusk. What? The vow shall never fear the setting of our sun. Okay. I think that's a map piece. I am Templar Thaumaturgus Devaro, the ecstatic, the knower of hidden things, the key to ancient wonder. I've also killed you. In such short time, everything has changed. The singing of the relics, to me, no longer pains my ears. In fact, I hear music in them. Songs revealing a great truth to me. My theory of the Val once dwelt in the land has proven fruitful. One of the ancient sites lies not far from here, but their great power dormant in the ruins. One that I'm yet to tap fully, but it will come soon enough. Through my thaumaturgy, I was granted special sight. I saw an ancient Val city once stood in this place. All around me were signs of the legendary Queen Adziri ruling from afar. I saw, as I stood at the base of a great pyramid, a sacrifice of a new harvest unfold. The steps ran red with the river of blood, a crimson tide cascading towards me, washing over my skin. In it, I felt my being shake, as if lightning and reverberating my body. I felt strength of the blood ritual, and then returning to my senses, I found myself once more standing in the ancient ruins. I thought it all to be a dream, only when I reached to touch my face, I found it both horrifyingly and marvelously pelted with that same salted vermilion. Templar Devaro of Theopolis, key to the ancient wonder. Okay. That was a very verbose reckoning. Alright, let's take a look at the goods. Yeah, it can be used in a personal map device. Ooh, we're finding some cool stuff. I like how the fire mothers are just basically slingers. Which is a very Roman thing, actually. Oh, I guess the Greeks had them first. The benefit of a sling being that, you know, you can throw rocks very fast. Does not take comparatively as much training as an archer. And you can have great amounts of people do it. And if you have enough slingers firing in rapid succession, you can really bring down an enemy. Okay. I'm destroying these battle popes. Your hats will not save you now. Although I don't suppose they actually expect one guy to just cut swaths through him. Form of cutthroat, huh? I'm not sure if I actually got that guy or if he escaped. Gilded Stalker. I can't imagine that was the name he was known around town. Oh, was that a civilian? Whoops. It is. Oh, well, sorry, you gotta go too. Collateral. No witnesses. Nobody can see a Hierophant did that. Get out of here. You don't want to see what happens to this town. Bright Slicer the Reborn. Alright. I like how The Karui rebels are completely immune to my magic. And yet I cannot, you know, refrain from destroying a innocent bystander. But I guess the civilians are also marked as enemy. Maybe that tells me something about this. Don't worry, people. Aren't you happy? I'm home. Rejoice. Oh, matriarch.
Templar initiates will suffer your humiliations no longer.
Oh. Apparently she humiliated them. Okay, that guy has an invincibility aura, and I don't think I care for that. Zap. Alright, there's got to be a resource in here. I don't know why it would be in the middle of a city, but, you know, video games. Okay, that guy's hopping thing is really cool. Finish your dishes. My one question regarding your movement. Have you considered working shield charge into your moveset? Not only does it get you burst of speed. Oh, really? You know, I haven't really considered that. I'll have to see if I actually have that in the in my chest. I mean, that actually being used as a mobile skill might be a good idea. Yeah. In fact, I'm sporting a particularly large shield. Believe it or not, when I started this, I expected to be a fighter class and throwing my shield like Captain America. That did not come to be. Now, basically, I hide behind it while shooting lightning. Like a tank. Whoa. Gruff roar, huh? Where, gruff roar? There we go. Shield charge is amazing. How you doing, Lyrifant? It's good to see you. Large brings back memories of the shield tank on Grim. Spectral shield throw, gladiator. Yeah. I remember you were mentioning that. That's actually what kind of inspired the direction towards that. But alas, I decided shooting lightning was far more amusing. And my mind tends to lean more towards magic characters anyway. But yeah, using that as a mobile thing, I think it would be a decent enough priority. I'd probably use it more than, say, the teleporter, right? No. Certainly not. I'm trying to think what I would move in its place. Probably Flame Wall, believe it or not. Because I don't think I'm actually using it to its fullest. There we go. There we go. Excuse me? Okay. It actually would add another question, too. Because, I mean, like, what... single target characters, I can't imagine doing very well in this game. And yeah, I'm sure there's somebody who's mastered it. think years ago when I initially played this game, I tried to make a single target character, and I had a lot of problems killing some of those. Mainly the enemies that just stand there and shoot at you. They tend to kill the hell out of me. Okay, I wasn't sure if that's an elk skin gloves or eel skin gloves. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they're probably pretty good against bosses, you would imagine. Just dump the damage on a single character as hard as you can. Now just multiply those bosses by 100 and you'll be set. I think attack speed would be the focus on that one. Oh, here we go. Silver Champion. Now that's a name. Or at least a believable name. Well, I guess there's no resource. Templar Court's entrance. Oh, okay. But I want the resource. Don't you see? So I kind of wonder how I use the eyes to open that door. Did I just, like, squish him against the door? A couple poorly set grapes. I took a lot of damage there. Ooh, mahogany, huh? I think we're getting to a point of the game where some of the looks of the equipment is actually rotating. I see your experience led you down the path of ripping out... I mean, yes. But then again, I still have yet to see how that's a bad plan. Hey, I got vanity. The tabula rasa. Don't know what that means. I mean, I know what a tabula rasa is. Besides, it's their fault for looking upon me.
I vowed before my brothers that I would return, and so I have.
Did you? Why did you make that vow, Mr. Templar? That actually kind of very much changes the dynamic, I imagine, of my character's motivations. I mean, I suppose I was considered a heretic, but that's the question, why? Did I swear revenge? What did I promise in my self-righteous, addled state? Sure shit didn't put it on any pants, that's for sure. Get out. Okay, I'm beginning to think these guys might be slightly lightning resist. I wonder if I add elemental damage to the shield bash effect, if that would exemplify the power level. And then that way I could just be a tidal wave. Okay, pray tell, why is that inside this, holy temple? Is this a new development? Is this... What's that? Whoa! Oh, well, I'm still under attack. Oh, there's a fourth one. Okay, I was not as alive to that danger as I should have been. Get out of here, Sorrow Talon. Sir, I am pleased at your tenaciousness. But you stand before me for the last time. Also, I haven't decided in my head canon how my guy does his combat. Like, does he just stand there in stoic silence while shooting his lightning, or is he, like, screaming like a madman? What the shit is that? I want it! Okay. I know not for what I wrought. I'm fighting, what, spite? And fury? What the hell? Running into things, and they are blowing away in ash. Okay, these guys are just negative emotions, it would seem. So you got? I really like the look of this place. 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm sure the world will return to its less than ashen. Okay, if that was in more of an open area, I think that would have gone a little bit better. As such, I believe they just kind of all hid in their own rooms in their spite, fury, and disgust. Okay, I'm starting to take a lot of hits. I feel like we're getting to the point where I think my armor's lacking a little bit. I might consider increasing that with my passives. As much as the lightning golem amuses me, I don't know how much it's actually doing for me. Although I like having a little blue minion. Alright. See what we got. Level-wise. Maximum cold resist. 1%, huh? I guess it's 1% over the maximum. I forgot that I had an armor potion. Scum limp.
Death to sin.
Scum limp, a holy man. Oh. They got their virtue training. I feel like this room tells a big story. Grey Helm. Ow. That's a good thing I'm focusing on resistances, not in it. Stargasp. Didn't High Templar Avaris kind of turn himself into the purity thing? Like the avatar of his god? I mean, I cannot think of a much more grandiose ascension. I also like the fact that somebody can just take one look at me. Yeah, you can take him. Or maybe they're telling a lot of people that, in the hopes that at least one of them kills him. Also, I'm not sure what's making them explode, but it's very amusing. They pop like popcorn. Brine tongue. Thank goodness for Devour. I guess that's one way to dodge all the bullets. It is eel skin. Gross. Like, I don't know. I've never thought of making leather out of an eel. Oh, shit. Leech life was pretty spectacular there. Look at that. Depth 7,900? That's insane. Ceremonial kite shield. Huh? Not awful. Alright, Chamber of Innocence. I'm sure there's very little that's innocent about him.
The hour of judgment draws near.
Sure.
I must have time to gather my will.
Now, is the point that I'm judging him? Or am I being judged by my performance? Prayer Guard, that's cool. It's got like light elementals. Innocence lived with an honest and pure heart, never straying from the mother's word. Sin filled his heart with lies and indulgence, and deafened his ears to his mother's pleas. Okay. So he's not innocent then. Whoa. They have the spell Burning Orb. Yeah, that's appropriate. We got this. Your priests mean nothing to me. Oops, give me a minute. The village gathered to watch Sin become ash and breathe deeply of the smoke that poured from his screaming mouth. Sin filled their lungs, their minds, and their hearts. Wait, I'm sorry. Sin burned? Yeah, okay. They burned Sin. Gotcha. Innocence could not keep the promise made in fear. He bore witness to testimony of the mother of two, decided between mother and son that okay. Only purification can cleanse his Burzian corruption. I do find it amusing how, so previous in the game, they used an entire, like, the game to tell the story of, like, you know, the Kurui King, King Kaum, and all that. Whereas now it's very suddenly become relevant, so therefore, waves crash upon the shores of Oriath. Waves of hunger, waves of desire. The ravenous god and his starving multitude, rising with the tide, flooding our streets with death and depravity, until innocence cried out, "No more," bathing our city in fire. Scorching the wicked to ash and bone, ravenous god fled into the embrace of the glorious Savior. Driven down he was to the soil and stone beyond into damnation by the will of the light and our innocence. Oh, okay. So he already made a statue about killing the devouring god. Very well. It's about a little bit preemptive. But as I was saying, I feel like they're giving me this entire history lesson right before it's relevant. Kind of trying desperately to let me know why innocence is important before having to face it. There we go. Mahogany Tower Shield. I'll take it. Innocence watched sin take root in the bodies of men, women, and children. He witnessed them turn on each other, first with words, then with fists, friends and kin embrace in mortal struggles, or with skin weaving with skin, flesh bonding with flesh, bone entwining with bone, until the village had become one writhing giant, forged of strife and hatred. Okay. I feel like that's Allegor. Get out of here. Just everything with elemental damage is so powerful. I still find it ridiculous how this character, the Hierophant, the priest, the Templar, is the one actually fighting against this. I mean, I feel like there's a gap in knowledge of my character and his motivations. I mean, perhaps he finds himself more righteous. Of course, why is there demon-riddled orichalcum in the middle of this Temple of Purity? Video games. I guess not everything needs to make sense.
I am no beast of burden.
Well, maybe you pick up the things I tell you to.
I must have time to gather my will.
I assume we're getting there. Okay, the crafting recipe sounds like a really good idea, except for how friggin' expensive it is. Like, some of those high-level things are absurdly expensive. Well, you guys certainly do a lot of damage. Why do they have Warlord's Touch? But of course. Get out of here. Death to purity. Okay, first I'm going to see what that has to say. And maybe kill a few more Templar. For the sake of it. Gotta show my dominance after all. But I am the highest Templar. As a titan of sin rose its many feet, Innocence knew that the village was lost. With an anguished cry, he committed it to flame. As town and titan burned, the sky turned dark with ash and sin. There amongst the raging ruins of his home, Innocence swore an oath. No matter where the ashes of sin fell, his purifying flames would rise to meet them. Okay, so therefore somehow justifying a holocaust of fire. Bramble scrape. Committing me to falling upon my knees. And scraping them. Excuse me. Ah, yes, the holiest man murder scalp. I was a little bit slow to getting away from that. That shall only serve to feed Sin's lust. Before his brother's eyes, Sin stole a fish from the market and lied to the watchman who caught them. Sin then beat his brother until a promise of silence was extracted. Oh, okay, we've reached the beginning. The mother too broke bread. Bah. Unless you're opposed to using free stuff, depending on the currency you need, might be some... Oh, really? I do not oppose. I'll have to take a peek there. I kind of like the idea of the guild stash, how we kind of have a communal, you know, source of resources. Because you tend to get so many. Well, probably especially you, all the way down in a beating the Atlas. If that's even possible. Alright.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
And so it will.
Wow, that's a cool line. He's Am from I Have No Mouth But Must Scream. Come now. Is that the best you got? You first, bro. Whoa.
has lost his way. The devout must set him back on the path.
God lost his way. You are a very righteous... Whoa, man. Jesus! Okay, we zap these little guys, which is actually a boon, because that recharges my potions. You are the storm. Aha! Oh my god. Turned into a bullet hell. Crap. It's okay, I'm still alive. I think. Thank goodness for Devour. Die. Okay.
I must have time to gather more.
I'm kind of surprised I'm still alive here. Got him. Holy shit.
Innocence.
Oh, you just smashed him.
You and only you, I shall save.
Hi.
I am Sin, the Forgotten One.
Load up with some basic currency. Nice.
Would that humanity could forget all of my kind. Perhaps with your help, that might still come to pass. For now, the blinding light has been dimmed, and darkness floods in to fill the void. The desperate and depraved set a feast for their lord incumbent, Kitava, the ravenous one.
Oh, good. Wait, what? What's happening? There's a cutscene? This is new to me. What the fuck was that?
He lives, after a fashion. That pretentious little vessel of his served only to encourage his divine follies. I have procured him a more sensible host. One that should contain his excesses and temper that fragile ego of his. Hear this, brother. From mind of lead to heart of gold, your soul shall be bound, your wrath shall grow cold.
Okay.
Though I am a god, I have not forgotten my humanity. I
You're
care
God, huh?
for that which I once was. Kitava remembers nothing and cares for nothing but his own hunger and greed. He is an endless pit of gnashing teeth and
I like
churning
it.
guts. While other gods rise on the mainland and fight for the meager scraps of what was, Kitava has the most fecund and formidable civilization of his age at his disposal. He can feed when he likes, and he grows ever stronger with each morsel.
Oh, good.
All of Ariath shall soon belong to Kitava, and if that happens, he will rise beyond even our reach. Deep in the Templar's ossuary, in the company of the dead, there lies the sign of purity. Innocence bled himself for the creation of that cruel and desperate weapon. Tempered in his own ruby ichor, it was forged to be a transcendent tool of punishment and purification. The sign is a living agent of righteousness, or at least the dubious kind of righteousness that my brother subscribes to. Innocence found in the first High Templar a most faithful servant, and gifted the sign to him so that it might be used in times of great need. The great need of Innocence believers, that is. Humanity's general well-being has never been of particular concern to my brother.
Okay.
I am Sin, the Forgotten.
Oh, should have got that bottom one first.
Would that humanity could forget all of my kind.
Oh.
Perhaps.
Oh, okay.
Should Kitava accept their invitation, there is but one thin sliver of hope for us all. My brother's sign of purity. Look to it in the choking passages of Templar reverence. It shall be your torch when night falls at last.
Okay, I'd like to think that a sin is only helping me because Kitava is such a problem. Okay, talk to Lonnie for the reward. Okay. So we level up. Hell yeah. Elemental resistances for the win. And then we'll be able to see about that shield bash. Okay, that's not that great. Way not that great. That is really good. But I gotta put some work into it. Okay, we'll use one of these. Well, we'll take a look, see what we're up against. Okay, well, he left. Hi.
You deserve recognition for what you have done.
Yeah, I killed a
You
god.
freed us from Templar oppression. Yet I fear you may have defeated the lesser of two evils. Still, take something. You'll be needing it in the dark times to come.
Oh, good. Whoa. I do want this jewel.
Once Kitava has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every Oriathan bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless hunger to Namakanui and the whole Karui archipelago. As you know, the Karui will fight, and they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get. And I know of 3 treasures that might just make the difference. They were taken when the Templar raided Namakanui. A whip woven of Hinekora's hair. A tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own mouth.
Okay.
A fish hook that was once the jawbone of Valakor. Together, they're known as Kitava's torments and lie within the reliquary that borders Oriath Square.
Okay.
I saw them with my own eyes when delivering messages to the
It's kind
scholars
of interesting that a purity is part of the
Go to
pantheon
reliquary and claim those treasures before
instead of
Kitava's
separate from
children
it.
do.
Okay.
I can't yet begin to unpick the lies that Utula has told us. But this piece of truth I do have. Utula sensed that very moment when you struck your final blow, when you broke the Templar's power. He turned to me and told me this. Now our king comes to us. He'll be hungry, so very hungry. I shall prepare him a feast. Then he gathered his followers and left. Where's he gone? Oriath Square. You won't need directions. Just follow the screams.
Oh, good.
When I was a courier for my father's house, I'd cross Cathedral Square 100 times in a day.
A little blood golem
On
there.
the fairest days, that square would be filled to bursting with Oriath's highborn, come to bask in the sun and each other's glowing nobility. It was a pretty sight, depending on where you stood.
Huh. I'll sell some stuff. Be rid, be rid, be rid, be rid. Yeah, that's about everything. Cool. Let's take a gander. You require work. While wielding a staff. What? I mean, that's not a great gem or jewel for me. Suppose I'll put it here. Put all these here. See what that shield charge is. Iron grip, cleave, shield crush. No. Walton strike, warlord's mark, sanguinate, glacial hammer. It would appear I do not have it, but that does not mean I can't get it. So we'll take a look there. first I need the thing for number of sockets. Okay. Now for the colors. I want 3 red. And I want them connected. There we go. And now we're talking a huge upgrade. So 538, that's incredible. Increase armor, penetrate, elemental resistance, fire resistance, we're set.
Greetings.
Hello. I told you so. What more need I say? The sign of purity, yes. A disguised staff that piety sent me to study at one point. Apparently it was a gift from innocence to the first High Templar, Maxarius. Dominus couldn't even bear to touch the thing, so he had it locked up in the ossuary. Quite reactive behavior for a man of such formidable intellect, yet now it's making a little more sense. The staff was certainly able to conduct and store energy, yet remained inert when I applied corruption to it. It must only respond to divine energy, and with corruption and divinity being diametrically opposed, it's no wonder that my experiments failed to excite the thing. Meaning, if the sign of purity is a repository for the power of innocence, Dominus could never have wielded it, being steeped as he was in the opposing power of the beast.
Oh.
You, though, you're a different matter entirely.
I mean, just because I praise
People have
the Lord
talked
doesn't
about
mean
the
I should.
return of the gods since the birth of Oriath. It's a gambit employed by charlatans to fleece the weak-minded and morally desperate. Or so it seemed.
You seem not very perturbed by this.
Avarius and his Templar drones now greet the dawn filled with power and glorious purpose. Kitava has risen from whatever ethereal cesspit he's been hiding in for the last few millennia. So what let the cats out of their proverbial bags? I'm a scholar, not a prophet. Yet there's one occurrence that absolutely reeks with evidential causality. You killed the beast.
I did this.
You really don't have a strong grip on cause and effect, do you?
Huh.
Things replace other things. It's the most fundamental of laws. The larger the thing you remove, the bigger the rush to fill the space it's left behind. Innocence was the nexus of power in Oriath. Remove him and something of equal or greater power was always going to take his spot. Any idiot could have predicted that Kitava was going to be that something. Unless, of course, you thought it was going to be you.
And it will be.
Hello.
Will be
Dominus
yet.
adopted Chittis Cathedral as his personal laboratory. He decked it out with everything his miraculous mind could conceive of. His great work in Psalm, that which you destroyed, it all began there.
Oh, that's fun.
Now, where was I?
Well, we're going to go to the square after King's March. I mean, the return of the gods does not necessarily mean the end of finance.
Exile.
Boom.
That will do nicely.
Cool, I do have somebody... Wait, is that corn?
Hail.
Why did I have you getting corn? I want wheat, sir. Actually, no, I don't.
Ship lost half of it.
Damn it! Ooh, gut ripper, huh? Oh, it's a claw? Wait, what? That looks like a shield. Oh, that's amazing. Man cowers behind his walls. A woman carries her fortress with her. In heart, in mind, in hand. Okay. We're doing the corn shipment. There. No risk, no reward. Send forth.
Tailor's luck, I hope.
Actually, let's double up on the corn. Sure.
Son, you will make good use of them.
To have another farmer. Or a
I'll be
higher
right
level
with-
farmer.
We've got a promising list of picks.
You.
Our team continues to grow.
Alright. Onward and upward. Where are we going? Did I not get this? Madness. Oh, it updated, therefore it got rid of all of the, what's it? So I gotta get to the streets again. Okay. Oh, shit. Travel to the Chambers of Innocence. That's where we're going. Or to the Reliquary. Now everybody's my foe. Including the rebels. Oh wait, no he's not. Get him. Don't know what's happening, but this is awesome, so. Wow, those things do a lot of damage. Okay, we gotta walk through the thingies. Get out of here. Okay, it means explore. And kill? Did I get it? No. I am unsure. Oh, whoa, the more I kill, the more I get? Huh. Well, don't mind if I do. Get out of here. I just want to find the resources and go. Bummed I haven't found any sulfite. I suppose that's going to become a lot more common once the maps become available. Post-game. The battle was good. I like how it's forcing me to move around a lot more and less, you know, face tanking. Which was kind of my character's MO for a while. Alright, how do we guys? I guess the map's the same, hasn't really changed. Who knows, maybe I'll find another upgrade. The next leg of the journey. I suppose the game is really trying to encourage me to be a fire mage, but lightning is the way to go. Easy money. Why would you keep a shield and a bindlesmith? Yeah, there's a passive skill tree atlas that allows you to choose, excuse me, league mechanics are more likely to show up and power them in various ways. So if you really want soul fight, sure, Nico shows up at every mount. Oh, that's cool. That is absolutely something I'm going to do. Because getting to those low levels, I keep seeing the people with the deepest level of like 7,900, and I want to meet them there. I want to see what the bottom of the earth holds. Although I do like the cyclical nature. I mean, think about it. Nico the miner is waiting to get this azurite, you know, this blue rock from the depths, but specifically only uses the blue rock from the depths to buy other things to get the, you know, more blue rocks of the depths. It's like spending gold on equipment to get more gold, only to spend on equipment to get even more gold. Okay, the little ricochet razor blades are kind of cool, if a tad alarming. I feel like I've abandoned a energy shield, which maybe was a mistake. Little buffer. There's a delve-related notable that buffs you each time you mine. Oh, that's cool. Guilt Killer the Magnificent. Yeah. I like to think he lives to kill all things golden. Sulfite Intoxication. Yeah. Which it is amusing because the game kind of told exactly how toxic that material is. So maintaining that I get that intoxication might tell a droves about my character's well-being, mental or otherwise. Although he's there to set his own god straight. Boom. Cascus, come on. The Eye of Winter. Were I doing more ice damage, that would be a lot more poignant. You know, I do have a fire channel ability. Maybe I should try that. Especially if I'm getting so many fire buffs. Like, I have more fire buffs than I have lightning ones. We'll see. We'll give it a shot once I reach that waypoint. Oh, good. This is not the way forward. That's a lot of corpses. Well, that That changes things. Armor scrap's going to go a long way. Yeah, I think elemental resist is going to be a huge thing for me to get. Alright, where the hell do I go if not there? Where's this Chamber of Innocence? Travel to the Reliquary. Did I miss the destination? Well, okay. Perhaps it's in this area. Or maybe there's a back door somewhere. But surely it's not going to make me backtrack this whole way, right? Maybe I want to head back to the Temple of Purity, I guess. And then we can go backwards? And don't call me Shirley. Have you got this far yet, Mad Hat? Or this act at the very least? Alright, let's go to this upper area. Sometime next year. Oh, okay. So you made the snail place juggernaut? I can see the appeal. It really gives you a chance to just drink in the environment of these levels. Okay, I do go this way. Get out of here. You scrawny, crawling, crazy, slaving people. Sorry, that was an epic sneeze. Act 3, Archer just hit Act 3 with the Witch. Actually, I believe it. I mean, this game goes very heavy on the stones, the virtue gems. So any character that really powers them up is just automatically OP. I played Witch for a while. That was a really good class. Alright, I believe this was not the right direction. We have learned the hard way. I guess we leave from Purity's chambers? I don't know. So yeah, end of Act 3. I know Act 3 tends to be kind of a slog. Act 4 is pretty quick. This one, I'm just going to call convoluted. Nice, we really do have a lot in the guild stash. Hell yeah. Chaos Shard, hey? A Divine Orb? I remember Lowe saying that was incredibly rare. Engineer's Orb? Orb of Binding. Oh. Orb of Fusing is not an Orb of Binding. I mean, obviously, but... Okay, here we go. Huh. So let's see if I can get that fire laser beam. Yeah, here we go. Incinerate. 3 to 5 fire damage. Angle per stage. Final wave always ignites. Yeah, let's try it out. Still gonna devour. They're worth like 170 chaos. That's amazing. And I do like as a currency. Like just the entire POE area just decided that that is the best currency. Oh, come on now. Fine.
For freedom.
Fine. You know what? My Incinerate has a chance to poison now. Cool. Okay, I can sell that. Armageddon brand. Sounds too cool to sell.
Yes.
Alright, next. Where the heck do I go? I guess I start from the Chamber of Innocence and go backwards. It's the only way you can, I guess. 170, that's nuts. Bannon? Who's Bannon? Hi, Bannon.
What in damnation have you done?
What I done? What'd you do?
You've
That's right, you didn't do shit.
To hear the voice of innocence, begging for our forgiveness, asking for our help. You and I. I heard him the moment the High Templar fell, whispering inside my damn skull, his heart beating within my chest. Innocence protects us now, holds fast the door against the murderous tide that rushes to meet us. He wants you to pass through that door, to bring order to the chaos beyond.
Okay.
I don't understand any of this. Moments ago, I was just a soldier obeying his High Templar, Bannon the Nobody. Now, my God lays inside my head, telling me to let you through that door and to make my way to Overseer's Tower, if it still stands. It does? All right. I don't know what's waiting for you out there, but should you survive it, I'll see you at Overseer's Tower.
Okay. We got ourselves a character who I think Sin just put his god in his head. Whoa. Yeah.
What in damnation have I done?
Oh, you're asking this now? Now, after all you've accomplished. It's not what you've done, it's what you're about to do. Well, we'll continue his forward momentum into combat. Crimson Scholars. Sounds cool. Whoa. I don't think I like this spell. Yeah, we're switching back. There we go. Lightning all the way. Incinerate will come from a different character. Chaos for the win! Get him. I do like how everything's kind of just, you know, progressing. Now, is the fire because of Kitava or the Kitava's followers? Heretical ward. Okay. So what, just because Purity died, everybody's a heretic now? Or are they a heretic in my eyes? Your witch spamming chaos spray that damages and slows them, throwing... Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever done pure chaos damage. I've always used that to amplify my poison damage. That's cool. Does chaos damage a standalone, or does that just do it a... or does it amplify based on a different damage type? Kind of like, you know, multitude, so fire, lightning. Well, not so cunning anymore, are ya? It's a lot of elites. Okay. Standalone from what you gathered, mainly damage over time. Damage over time is incredibly powerful. Yes, you can. King of Pumas. The town, and that's this current season's worth of stuff. And it's pretty cool. You get a bunch of resources, you invest, you get gold. That's what I'm picking up here. And you invest in those resources to trade into shipments, and those shipments bring back rares and uniques. It's pretty cool. I actually genuinely like it. And word on the street, I have not actually read this myself, but some people have been saying that this town is a lead up to Path of Exile 2. Whereas the town that you're making is actually in, like, a finished version in the sequel. Whereas we're only now just building it here. So it's our characters here found the town for the sequel of the game. Which I think is a pretty cool idea. I like having a season that's actually like, you know, an introduction into the sequel of the game. Kato, the Scholar of Light. Come on, Kato. Defiler of Light.
What goodness remains of our order?
Yeah. Now, I haven't got much of the late game stuff with this app, though. So far, it's only been the shipments, but presumably there's different stuff that I can unlock later in the game. I mean, I'm only Act 5, so there's other things I'm still unlocking. Get out of here. There we go. These guys' invincibility shields are kind of a bummer. Defeatable only in melee range. Like, how do I get an invincibility dome? When did these guys become heretical? Oh. Have you played a lot of this, King of Pumas? For me, this is my first playthrough in years. I haven't even seen all these later acts. So I might as well be a noob. It's only my general knowledge of ARPGs that have carried me through. And a distinct love for channel spells. Gilded Stench the Throat Slicer. What a name. Alright, heretics. Brave Call the Hideous. Bladed Mace. Tower Shield. I'll take a look. was kind of cool. You're supposed to move forward at a particular clip and then just go in reverse. I think that's a cool format for this level. Get him! I'm adding poison damage to my spells just because I don't have anything else. And a green support gem is nice. I will be looking for others. Golden Slasher, the Destroyer. Okay, I've already gone this way. Whoa, it's a lot of guys. These corrupted treants. Come on, blood claws. Die. There we go. Did my guys not come? Okay. For a second, I thought they weren't mining, and I was going to lose my mind. Yeah, that tree was a later game resource from the town building stuff. Whoosh. Whoa. Stay your righteousness. All right, we progress. The Ruined Square. Depraved Slayer. Okay. You know, is that what happens? As soon as some lost god hits the streets, everybody's like, you know what? I'm going to be fanatical for this guy now. Is a lifelong devotion and training not enough? Ow. What is that? Okay. Radical Abdicator. Twisted Effigy. Sometimes I'm killing these guys too much, I don't see their names, so trying to catch them while I can. Oh, Corrupted Iron. Did I get it? Okay. A Reaver? Okay. Well, if this is the square, this is where I'm supposed to be. Entrance to an ossuary. I guess the main center of a Theopolis would have a huge ossuary. I wonder if an actual holy city has ossuaries hanging around. Like, do you think there's an ossuary in the Vatican City? And here we go. Ossuary it is. We already got our ore. No sulfite. Breaking my heart. Yeah. I would think so too. I mean, I don't know what kind of relics they would be. Like, behold, here's the actual Holy Grail. Here's Mother Teresa's meter. Or habit, I guess. She was a nun. I just wanted to take a peek to see how far this depravity went. Okay, we'll go this way. We're going to the ossuary. It's our objective. I don't think there's anything else. We already got the ore. Am I carrying a bunch of crap? I am not. Alright. Find signs of purity.
I shall cleanse this place of hallowed legacy.
I'm cleansing it of hallowed legacy? Or the places of hallowed legacy and I am cleansing it? I know not what you mean. Also, this is a tremendously holy place. I do not see how my character thinks to out-holy it. There we go. I mean, it certainly is full of bones. That is a whole lot of bones. I guess ossuaries are full of bones, huh? You know what? I think I was mixing up in my head an ossuary with a reliquary. Whoops. Those are very different buildings. Jewel, huh? Yeah, I gotta see if I have a jewel opening. You were embarrassed for me? Aw. I'm glad I could offer something to you, Mad Hat. Never again. I'll make sure never to embarrass you again, sir. But I mean, shoot, the words are similar. Just to be, you know, a little petulant. Increase melee damage, increase mana reservation efficiency of skills, and then totems. Gain +10 to all elemental resistances. I don't think that one's very good for my character. Wait, is this not a door? What? I've been betrayed. Although, speaking of ossuaries, the actual definition of the word, I have known about bone churches in Germany. I always thought that was pretty cool. I know those are a real thing. Are those technically ossuaries, or? something else entirely. I think they may serve similar purposes. Wait, the Hussar Brigandine. No. Not looking for evasion with this character. Although, an armor evasion character would be pretty strong. Make like a duelist or something. That's a lot of dudes. Ah, come on guys, you already died once. Demoy 2. Demoy 2 to you too. Okay, what are you doing? These desecrated saints are kind of cramping my style. I guess they are desecrated by necromancy. Restless Poppers. Kind of like the orange iron hue on those bones. That's a lot of a contrast to them. Whoa. Out of all that, I found one thing. Madness. How do I get in here? There we go. Tomb of the First Templar. Take that.
I continue to serve as God's instrument.
Sure. Wrought from the blood and gold, innocence fashioned a weapon of tempered purity, capable of banishing darkness, and bringing order to the chaos in man's heart. I mean, you could brandish darkness too.
An empire is nothing more than a standard, pitched in the naked earth.
Sure.
The time has come for you to raise the standard upon the peak of false faith, the apex of Chitter's Cathedral. Drive it deep into that sacred stone. Mark the death of a faithless empire and slay the slavering kingdom that seeks to consume it.
Was there worship of purity or innocence? See absolutely nothing wrong with a Templar looting a Templar grave. Absolutely. I'm not looting, I'm liberating. Okay, now what do I do? Find Kitava's torments. Oh, see, this is why I was thinking reliquary. It's the other place I have to be. Cathedral rooftop. Okay, and then I gotta defeat Kitava. But I didn't get the resource. I understand that there's a slavering god coming, Sin, but my mortal need is here. I've always liked games like this where they try to express a sense of haste, a sense of urgency, but they try to maintain a character's autonomy, so it's just like, yeah, I hear your problems. I see that the world's about to be devoured by a cannibalistic god, but I want to go find this blood iron so I can make my tiny little town in raid class. I mean, you might be in a rush. Doesn't mean I'm in a rush. Just saying. There we go. So now we gotta find the actual reliquary, the word that I really was trying to follow. Alright, slavery and cannibals. Kitava Zealot. Alright, reliquary, here we come. You know, that's another thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of these characters are flying at me with, like, the intention that they can beat me. Whereas, like, if they've seen what I've done to at least half their comrades, they probably would be fleeing in terror. I guess they're fanatics. I wonder if they're ever going to come out with a Doom ARPG. Just telling the story of how the Doomslayer became the Doomslayer. I guess that's what they're doing with the Doom Medieval. But it sounds like it's going to be kind of like a Doom Eternal, so I'm less than interested. Until somebody tells me it's amazing and tries to convince me to play it. Ow, ow. Enough of that lightning. So, are the Abjicators heretical because they follow innocence, or because they follow Kitava? Well, that's kind of an important question. Oh, hey. No, I do not want to be on the rooftop. I want the reliquary. Side quest for the win. I feel like fire resist is going to be pretty important pretty soon. Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know what my resistances are. I just know that higher is the important part. Necromancer? I don't see why summoning class wouldn't be good. I don't know, I've never actually made one in this game. I would assume so, though. There's a lot of abilities that enhance your summoning abilities, and I know the Witch and the Templar here have a lot of passives that focus on it. It's probably incredibly strong. Especially if you get them to, like, explode on death. Because nothing says you're an incredibly powerful necromancer like sending your minions to just go explode against the enemy. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a free-to-play game. I give it a shot. See what you think. Now, if this is your first time playing, I would encourage you, don't be too intimidated by it. There is a lot going on. Just experiment. Do something fun. Like, I went into the game thinking I was going to do one thing, and I came out with something entirely different. With my character now. I thought I was going to be Captain America, and instead I ended up as an elementalist Emperor Palpatine. I think you'll like it. Basically, how the classes work Actually, tell you what, let me kill this next wave of enemies, and I'll give you a quick demo on what you look for. Is you don't make classes like you do in like Diablo or something. Is you actually have to make the class. You have this subclass. You have these starting things like I'm a Templar. You have the Duelist, Shadow, which is an assassin. You have a Witch, just like people with different characters, right? And they have different abilities. Sorry, give me a sec. All right, I'll show you the passive tree. But you choose the stats that you want to follow. So, looking here, I started here for the Templar. And then you can choose how you want to build them. Oh, actually, I should really put points in there. So yeah, I kind of chose that I wanted to do elemental damage, yeah. And then later on you get a subclass that you can actually put points into. You have to like get to Act 3 for that. And all the skills you have are based on these little gems. And there are so many gems you can try. Different combinations. You have gems that amplify your gems. So your equipment has these sockets. So that's why I say don't get too intimidated by it, but be sure to experiment as much as you can. Like my main ability is here, is Stormburst, which is a channeling spell. So I have a buff that infuses channeling magic. And I also have Devour, so every time I kill something, I regenerate health and mana. Kind of building a perpetual, feedback loop. That's kind of where this character's strength is. Whereas a summoner, sorry. Okay, I finished zapping these guys. So if you look here, the summoner has several, where is it? I haven't been following him, so I haven't been tracking it down, but yeah, you have minion offense trees. You can power up with your staves. Totems are a thing you can summon, although those are more strength-based. Yeah, you're going to be wanting to find a minion powers over here if you want to be a summoner. And it depends. The Witch has a completely different tree. So does the Scion and the Aspirant. I think if you want to be a Necromancer, the Witch is going to be your best bet. Or at least put you on the path to be a summon build. My offline character, or my not streaming character, is Shadow, the Assassin, and his entire thing is poison damage. But I have one spell that launches a green beam that just ricochets off everything. It's pretty cool. And then I have this other ability that summons, that whenever I cast my main spell, it summons has a percentage chance of summoning a creature that just shoots more. Okay, I have lost the reliquary, my objective. If I've ever had it. Yes, lots and lots of firepower. Oh, here we go. Now we're in the reliquary. And lots of potential in different directions, too. Like mine, that's just scratching the surface. I'm sorry, vault? Open up. Okay. Whoa. Okay, they're throwing busts at me as an enemy. I like the enemy design in this game, but some of them are kind of silly. Dire Wither the Mad? Whoa. Well, that's cool. I like how they jump onto the, from underneath onto here to come after me. Like they're defending the place from below. Or crawling on the bottom. Come now. Think you have what it takes to defeat me? Yeah, neither do I. No, actually, the town starts right as soon as you get to your first village. You're going to talk to a guy who's kind of out of place. I'm sure you'll find him. Just find a guy with an exclamation point over his head. But the town does take a while to ramp up into some cool stuff. So as you're low on resources, it'll be kind of like trickling in. It's not until you get to like the higher levels that you really start bringing the resources in. But it's good. I mean, it'll kind of dip your toes in. Oh, and one thing I should mention. The town, unless you play on different servers, all your characters save or share the same town. So, like, if you want to try a different character, you don't lose the progress on your town between them. In fact, your new character contributes to it. So that's a plus. Yeah. I almost forgot that detail. Yeah. Which I think is cool. It's a, especially for new players, it offers an opportunity to experiment with characters. Because, I mean, you know, at least in my experience, my first character was not that powerful. But then when I played the game a second time with a different character, it just got better and better and better. These games really... Hey, thank you for following. Yeah, these games really lean in on a meta knowledge and experience. So try it a few times, see what you think. Come on now. There we go. His name is Razorblade. I do not remember this place at all. It may actually be my first time in here. Get him. Okay. But yeah, after you play for a little while, tell me what you think of it. I'd be interested what your first impressions are like. Yeah. Oh. I took her hair.
Tukohama,
Of course.
our father of war, and Valakor, father of storm, took Kitava to Hinekora, mother of death. They asked her to kill the greedy Kitava, for surely their tribe would starve if Kitava continued to live among them. But Hinekora refused, for death would not teach Kitava the lesson he needed to learn. Instead, Hinekora beat Kitava with a whip woven of her own hair. To Kitava, each strand was a searing lash, and so he wore thousands and thousands of blistering lashes across his back, as Hinekora drove him relentlessly into the darkest corner of the underworld.
Okay.
There she left him to suffer, without water or food, for the rest of eternity.
And that's
there Kitava remained, in the darkness of Hinekora's night-clad island, for time beyond measure. There he suffered, waiting for the day that he could return to the world of light, to slake his scorching thirst and satiate his ravening hunger.
So, what lesson did she want Kitava to learn by, you know, being banished forever? Dirt Fist, no!
of the moon was preparing for a feast to celebrate Tukohama's return from his war on the first ones of the Ezamites.
Hunger for what the eyes cannot see.
Tafor, son of the forest, asked each of the birds to sacrifice one of their kind for the feast. He gave these offerings to Arohongui, who cooked them in a great fire-stone pit.
Okay.
Seeing all of those plump birds cooking made Kitava very hungry, and he offered to watch them, to make sure they didn't burn while Arohongui rested during the heat of the day. Arohongui thanked Kitava for his kindness, but while she slept, Kitava ate the cooking birds, flesh, bones, gizzards and all. Upon waking, Arohongui was furious to find that Kitava had lied to her, for saying that he would watch the birds when he truly intended to eat them all up.
Well, he did watch them.
When Tukohama arrived home in his mighty canoe, Arohongui asked him to punish Kitava for his selfish gluttony. Tukohama, our father of war, agreed and pulled the sharpest tooth from his own mouth. He then
Look at
asked
that guy.
Arohongui and Tafor to
Just
hold
dangling there.
Kitava fast while he cut Kitava's face with the tooth. 2 slashes that blinded Kitava and formed a bleeding cross upon his face. From that day forth, Kitava would never be able to promise to watch that which he truly intended to consume.
I suppose that's a, I'm not going to say just desserts, as that's kind of harsh. It's like, why not make him go, like, you know, get more food? Jeez, I got so much crap in my inventory. I need the third one. So that's another thing that this story's kind of making somewhat light of, is the fact that this is a reliquary full of, you know, artifacts from the Karui. And the one thing that's mentioning is all of these stories are apparently true. Kitava did exist, and so did all the other gods. And they just have the items that, you know, did that. In fact, they have a literal god's tooth and literal goddess's hair. I'm afraid that's, I feel like a mild reverence in sticking inside of a reliquary may not be enough. Oh, for Pete's sake. They're everywhere! There we go. Don't mind if I do. Oh boy.
I am no beast of burden.
That's kind of okay. Well, I guess I really am running out of space. Shit. Nothing stands a chance. Key of strength, you say?
To replace the feast of birds that Kitava had greedily consumed, Tukohama, our father of war,
Yeah, you eat the
and
fish.
Valakor, father of storm, went fishing. Although Kitava was blind, he could still cast his line and feel when a fish took his bait. So, Tukohama and Valakor took him with them on Tukohama's mighty canoe. But while they fished, Kitava grew hungry and secretly ate all of their bait of grubs and worms. Disgusted and angry, Tukohama and Valakor decided to use Kitava as bait instead. Valakor used his own jawbone as a hook, impaled Kitava on it, and cast both into the sea. Kitava sank to the bottom of the sea, but instead of the fish eating Kitava, it was Kitava who ate all of the fish that nibbled at him, flesh, scales, guts, and all. When Tukohama and Valakor hauled a fat-bellied Kitava back up from the sea, they were even more furious and knew that Kitava must be punished one final time.
For the curse of eating and gluttony. Alright, let's sell our stuff, then we're going to go into the vaults. Whatever that means.
Not all slaves believe Dutula's lies. Some I know have managed to steal a ship and are soon to set sail for Namakanui. Hopefully, with these treasures on board, Valakor will bless their voyage and breathe deeply into their sails. No, I'm not going with them. I helped bring this curse down upon Oriath, so I'll help save what little there is left to save. Here, take something, in thanks for your part in preserving the Karui way.
Whoops. Book of skill. Hell yeah.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Alright, we got a lot of stuff. Very little of it to sell, actually. Can I sell this? Yes.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Sure. I do this for deicide. Alright, we gotta fill the guild coffers. Keep some stuff for myself. I'm sorry, what is this? Petrified blood? What does that do? Oh, that's interesting. Then 100% life loss prevented. This way is lost. That's interesting. Where's my vitality? Yeah, let's try this. Let's get another buff going. I like the idea of having petrified blood. Calm now, creature. Actually, I'm going to make 4 the map stuff tab. Incinerate didn't do it for me on this character. Perhaps I'll do it on the next. There we go. Hi.
We're glad you made it. No, damn it all, that's just too strange to abide. I'm glad you made it. And innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do. I know my way around weapons and armor, and all things Templar if you should want for further enlightenment on that subject. As for innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense, other times he's a shattered god. but he'll heal. I'll make sure of that.
Okay, he's healing his
Lani's
god.
told me a little about Utula and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utula's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments I can piece together from Innocence, he's not the benevolent kind. Please, find Utula and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put Innocence back on his divine throne. I'm saying this because Oriath is my home. It's made some mistakes, but it doesn't deserve the fate that Utula has in mind.
Yeah, cannibal gods are brutal.
I'm having a little trouble explaining it myself. I've never been the most devout of men, especially for a Templar, more of a soldier than a believer. But now, Innocence himself rests within me. His voice is weak, barely a whisper, yet still he has the power to keep us safe from Kitava's hunger. At least for now. For my part, I'm simply grateful. Grateful that I have a god watching my back, and grateful that he's given me the power to watch others in return.
That's cool.
Lani's told...
No.
For a long time now, I thought my god's intentions were being twisted by his supposed servants. Did I speak up? No. The pyre would have been my only answer. I did what I was told and drew the lines of morality where I could. Now I understand the truth. It wasn't Innocence's intention being twisted. It was Innocence himself, perverted by the selfish convictions of the men and women who worshipped him.
Interesting.
The god answers to the believer, as the believer answers to their god. A sign of purity. Let's see. A staff, bathed in innocent blood. No. Sorry, bathed in the blood of Innocence. Yes, Innocence gave a part of his divine self to the thing, gifted it to the Templar. Now that I recall, I read a tome about it when I was a cadet. A bloody long time ago. I skipped most of the boring pages, so only remember the bit where High Templar Maxarius smote with flame the army of the faithless, with one ray of its hallowing light. The book's words, not mine. Outside of my humble flesh, the sign of purity is about all that's left of Innocence. Devotion should be honored, I suppose. For centuries now, the Templar have boiled the flesh and skin from the devout, and presented the polished remains for public appreciation in the ossuary.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's one of the better ways to remember those who have gone before us. To touch the bones is to remember neither the legend, the legacy, nor the lies. It reminds you that those bones belong to a man or woman who was just like any other man or woman.
To humanize it, I guess.
I'd be lying if I said my hands were clean of slavery's blood. I was a soldier. I went where Dominus ordered me to go. I sailed with the expedition to Namakanui, killed Karui warriors, and rounded up Karui captives like every other bastard in a Templar uniform. So I don't blame Lani for wanting to take back her freedom, and I don't blame her for believing Utula's lies either. I certainly swallowed enough of Dominus's falsities to sicken my soul. It's what we do now that matters. I can see that Lani's heart is in the right place, and for once in my damned life, so is mine. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't trust her. Yeah, I've got my reasons. Piety kept her work pretty quiet, but her results were brutally clear. The people she took, the people she changed. Slaves mostly, and a few enemies of God. Enemies of bloody Dominus, more like it. I don't go in for black and white definitions of good and evil, but with piety and her ilk, I make an exception. Whatever's lurking inside Violenta, it ain't good. Not by a long shot.
Nice. Oh, and he's the physical item merchant. Nice. We're gonna try these reliquary things. Yeah, open the vault and Act 5 reliquary. Nice.
Yes, what is... Bannon claims that a god now lives inside his head and talks to him. What's more common? Divine possession or insanity? I'll leave you to calculate the odds. Tootles.
Freedom comes to those who fight.
Jeez.
The King's Feast is an ancient ritual born of less enlightened times. Long before the
Almost
Karui
there.
followed the way, One tribe
Wait,
would
Utula's
conquer
here?
another, and a feast would be prepared for the triumphant king. The main dishes of this feast were selected carefully for the sweetness of their nature and the tenderness of their flesh. You see, when the conquered fills the belly of the conqueror, two tribes become one. And that's what's happening out there in Theopolis right now. The tribe of Kitava is feeding upon the tribe of Oriath, and the feast won't end until two tribes become one.
Oh, good.
Remember what Utula said about Kitava? He is the tormented one, destined to rise up from the darkness, and we, his children, rise with him.
Yeah.
It was there all along, in eyes too bright and smiles too wide. Cunning concealed by kindness. Conquest wearing the mask of freedom. I didn't see it because I was looking for something else. Hope. The cult only wanted what it's always wanted. To be born again in their father's image. They are Kitava's children, the first of his tribe. Unless you do something about it, they won't be the last.
Okay.
Bannon is unexpected. At least, he's not the sort of Templar that I'm used to dealing with. His ideas about innocence almost make sense to me. The way he worships innocence and receives such power in return, it's like his devotion actually brings out the best in his god. But how is that possible? A god is a god. They bless us and they punish us, not the other way around. Yet for Bannon, somehow it's different. For freedom.
Interesting. So where's Utula? Is he down here? I guess he is. Huh. Alright, let's check out that reliquary. Oh, wait. Yabba dabba doo. Oh, it's 2 keys. We good? I have like no mana. But because my mana is mostly
The corrupt shall fall.
oh goodness. Get out of here. Come on, open. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to level up. Oh crap. Okay, then we'll check it out. Okay, quickly. Quickly now. Fire resist. Max lightning resist. Awesome. Gotta keep those resists coming up. And get whatever treasure this has to offer. Okay, not quite what I'm looking for. Interesting. Nothing spectacular. That's it? 2 keys for that? Okay. I guess let's go to the rooftops. Alright, Purity Square. Kill Utula. We'll get him. I'm finding all kinds of jewels. I like how these guys are wearing paintings on their back. Wow, my regeneration's not great. I don't understand what this petrified blood is. I do not believe it's making me better. Yeah, in fact, my health is dropping. What? Yeah, okay. Maybe we won't wear that one. Alright, let's go kill us a Nutula. Come on now. Like the fountain full of corpses? Is that it? Is that the feast? Well, here we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Another good find.
Nice, there's 3 of these. I am gonna hunt those so hard. Need to get me that sulfite. Oh, sorry, Nico. Die, demon. Okay, this is giving me a lot of reason to explore. Now that I know that the sulfite's about. Yeah. Okay, he's turned into a different god. Or, not god, elite. Oops. We're in the ruined square, right? Yeah. I'm sure I'll find Utulu in here. Can't imagine he's going to be an easy boss. Whoa. Spell's kind of brutal. Come on, Cthulhu, where you at? Oops. here? I guess he might be down here. Oh. Not the ossuary. Where are you, Tulu? The reckoning has come. For what you did to my city. Never mind my part in it. Nope, not in that aisleway. Now, is that all you got? Tulu, where are you? Or more appropriate, where's all the sulfite? Boy, there's a lot of these elite guys. Jeez. Oh, there we go.
Did you think our vengeance was done, Savior? Oh no, it has only begun.
And that's that. A Tulu
Your
fallen.
ilk will suffer my wrath for what you have done.
Your wrath. Yeah, maybe my guy kind of turns into an aspirant of becoming a god. Oh, there we go. Stately hideout.
The blackguards will never stop pursuing someone they consider a traitor. I'm a danger to everyone around me and not long for this world if I can't find a place to hide. This seems like a good area to build a hideout, but it's filled with monsters. Can you clear it of everything dangerous?
Yes.
Farewell.
Okay. Yeah, so this is definitely getting to the territory of I haven't been to before. Ooh. New to me. This place is huge. But sure, if you want a state, why not? You know, they kind of crammed as many bad guys in here as humanly possible. Like, what are they doing? Having a party?
Curious. With the death of the last monster here, the very air itself feels different. I wouldn't use the word purified, but you've definitely negated the pile over this place. I'll stay here for now and make sure nothing dangerous re-emerges.
There we go.
Keep your life to your own.
Alright, let's find the rest of that sulfite and we'll move on. There we go. Alright, Nico, guide me to riches. Still just blinking away. Is that really it? It's gotta be in this square. Here's where I'm supposed to go. But not yet. Oh, here's another one. Nice.
Another good find.
There we go.
Another good find.
It's a good few passes on the old delving. Alright, let's head to the rooftop. Let's give Kitava his reckoning. Please let me in. Thank you. Cathedral rooftop. Here we come. All right.
There is always hope. There is always redemption, even when all looks lost.
Well, when they summon a cannibalistic, god, I think hope disappearing is not uncommon. Whoa. Wailing Widows. Not sure if those are ghosts or not, but I'll take their gold. You know, a hallowed flask might be the upgraded version of what I have. Get out of here. So the cathedral roof. I don't know what I hope to achieve here. Use a sign of purity to defeat Kitava. Do I have to equip it? No. Whoa. Road Champion the Merciless. That was cool. Heralds, huh? It's a really big cathedral. If I was Kitava, where would I be? Do I go kill Tukohama as well? Jeez. You'd think there's enough people up here to, like, cave in the roof. I guess all the buildings are comically huge. We're okay. Come on now, is that all you got? There we go. It just keeps going on and on. Okay, they can't throw enough guys at me. Well, actually, them throwing a ton of guys at me is basically me at my best, because I can just consume them forever. Whoa. Easy, flame fangs. I mean, you're pretty cool. Your life regen's insane. Alright. You guys just keep mining away. Is there anything more you can throw at me? Might as well clean house on the sides, on the flanks. It'll take me but a moment. Well, Kitava, I have come for thee. But first... Society's remorse. We live to dream of worlds we aren't in. A false narrative that we use to fill our souls with doubt. The world is already beautiful. There's no need to dream. Okay. Projectile skills you cast on yourself. Okay. Onward. Cathedral Apex. Yep, this one's gonna be tough. So where do I put this banner? Did I put it in my offhand? Did I miss something? Oh, here we go.
Come forth, ravenous one! Face the wrath of God!
Yeah, so he is the statue. Whoa. That's a cool move. Okay, that's his shield. Oh, well, okay. Oh, good. Whoa. Holy crap. Okay, those things. Okay, he's got a lot of hit points, that's for sure. What's this? Kitava Heart? Oh, hell yeah. Get him. Champion of the Feast? Hell yeah. Oh, and he just ate his heart again. No big deal. Very badass and cinematic. Nope. Oh, shit. Good thing I'm not playing a hardcore character. Whoa. Get out of there. Did more damage. Whoa. Damn it! That wave got me again. I need to start learning how to dodge that. You good? Okay. Oh man, throw your heart out. Okay, round 3. You look pretty badass. Okay. Holy crap.
The flame of hope may flicker, but it cannot be extinguished.
Oh. He killed it and ran away. Okay. What happened?
There is no shame in falling to a god. Shame lies only in refusing to rise again. You shall soar. That much I'm permitted to foresee. You shall ascend to the peak of your loftiest mistake, and from there you shall pluck a single surviving hope from the jaws of immortal despair.
Okay.
A ship sails for Lion Eye's watch not far from here. Be on it.
Okay. Well, did you take a bunch of damage?
There is no...
Okay, okay.
Has my faith truly been a lie? My god, an impostor, too weak to defeat the ravenous one.
Well. That's what you insist on learning, sure. Maybe.
I'm Captain Lily Roth, and we sail for Rayclast. Better to live in exile than die on this psychotic bonfire of an island. You want to make it out of here, you better get on board. But make it quick, because I ain't got time for tears and regrets.
Okay.
Remember, this ain't no charity run. You owe me.
I mean, I could pay
Fast
you.
off.
It's like I am the main financier to a town.
All right, we're safe for the time being. Now let me introduce myself properly. Lily Roth.
Bunch of corpses here.
I'm one of those Roths. Some call me smuggler, others pirate. Yet I prefer the sound of nautical entrepreneur. Came up with that one myself. So you come see Lily if you need something, or even if you just fancy a good chat with a lovely lady.
Sure.
Don't think I'd be forgetting that favor you owe to me. In fact, now I think of it, there's certainly a way you can be repaying this most considerable debt. You see, those blasted cultists have been plundering the refugee ships trying to escape Oriath.
Okay.
If not for my incomparable skill as a sea captain, we'd have met the same fate. But now the drowned dead are washing ashore, and they ain't staying dead.
Okay.
There's been a whole lot of blood, sweat and tears getting these few lucky survivors here in one piece. What sort of captain would I be if I let them get ripped apart by walking corpses? Wipe the Twilight Strand clean of those filthy undead bastards and I'll call us even. Might even throw in a little something extra if you can pull it off.
Easy enough.
Good tidings to you.
Okay.
That scallywag. I reckon Bestel thinks I'd be the kind of lass who'll bed down with any sort of rascal. Not too far off, I guess. He is rather sweet, but not the most comely of figures. Actually, he kind of reminds me of my grandfather, Waylon Roth. A poet and scoundrel extraordinaire, he be. Bestel's but spittle from the mouth of old Rottooth Roth. Ahem. Bust my blind cheek, said the sailor to the doxy. She sports her dairy treats afar and relishes her moxie. But a fire ship will sink the broken neath the ocean waves. Tip nutmegs a deadly token, sends captains to their graves.
Okay, so this is new to me.
Yeah, I knew Tarkley, if you catch me drift. He's got no time for his old bunkmate these days, though. Too gaga-eyed over his lost cause of a fishwife Nessa. Time was, Tarkley and I would smuggle all about the coast of Oriath.
Okay, probably how we got
was sweet with rum, nothing but the wind and salt in our faces, freedom in our hearts, and the law on our tails. But I could tell he were getting ready to make feet for children's stockings with me, so I cut him loose. Not a spark's chance under the ocean the dreaded Lily Roth's gonna wind up swelling like some drowned carcass. Still, nice to work with that bugger one more time, just for old time's sake, you know? Waylon Roth.
Okay.
Here, let me share something I remember from my granddaddy's stories. No sooner had the others turned in fear from the great white Leviathan did Waylon load the ballista with his final harpoon. And right then he vowed to sea and sky that he and he alone would be the one to finally kill this bastard son of the Brine King. The ballista fired and the harpoon smote that creature right between the ribs as it made to dive back under the angry sea. Thick clouds of blood bloomed beneath the waves, roses flowering in the black water, and impossible though it seemed, the already shadowed ocean grew darker still. He used the bones of the great beast to reinforce the hull of his ship,
Yeah.
Black Crest. Old Rottooth, he's a true legend, a real pirate hero. I can only hope one day me own stories will reach his ears and make him proud of the granddaughter he had to leave behind.
Oh, okay.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Despite your best efforts, Beast Slayer, a splinter of hope remains. The very seed that brought my beast into
Despite my
existence.
best efforts.
The dark ember. Never again shall it birth a life so magnificent as the beast. Yet a residue of that power still lingers. Enough to give us a fighting chance against the ravenous Kitava. How do we obtain this dark ember? 3 hearts were silenced. 3 hearts must sing again, one last time. In that final flickering of life, our Savior's seed shall be born. All I need are 3 fine souls with which to stoke the flames.
Okay.
Chevron of Umbra, Inquisitor Maligaro, Doldre the Dark Tongue. 3 spirits of near unfathomable resilience and vigor, freed with the beast's final exhalation. So let us begin the harvest.
Okay.
Chevron has come home to Axiom. We shall give her the warm welcome she sincerely deserves.
Okay.
If she is to be of any use to us, the Umbra's spirit must be wrenched from her mortal manifestation and lashed to our greater cause. That is your task. For my part,
The hell's this?
I shall negotiate the terms of her cooperation. With a tragic kiss and lasting embrace, her essence shall pass into me as if she were a sweet breath from the mouth of my lover. It is a sacrosanct sacrifice for all involved. Thankfully for you, all I ask is that you do what you clearly do best. Kill.
Okay.
Ambition is the bane of mortality. It was through ambition that we gods transcended the thick mud and thin blood of our mundane birthrights. Ambition that drove us to sustain our divine selves through the subjugation of others. Chevron's soul is made up of 1 part ambition and 2 parts raw, unbounded passion. Such a volatile spark shall burn briefly and brightly, in even the most deadened of hearts.
Okay.
I shall put this simply, for in truth, everything comes down to the simple act of planting a seed in the ground. The gods are rising because you slew the one creature that prevented them from doing so. Your name for it is the Beast. It was I who planted the seed in the rich soil beneath Highgate, who nurtured it, who watched it bloom into maturity.
Okay, so he
even
created
as
the
I
Beast.
succumbed to its mollifying powers. We gods, we were driven into slumbering darkness, to dream away eternity whilst the gentle beast watched over us. I would desire that we return to that blissful state, but my brothers and sisters of deism shall never submit to banishment. They have tasted freedom once more, and they shall not let go of this world until it is pried from their cold, dead hands.
Well, don't mind if I do.
The beast was never a cruel master. It didn't want to destroy, to corrupt, to terrorize. It simply existed to exist. I made it that way. Unfortunately, in neglecting to provide it with ambition, I made it vulnerable to the ambitions of others. Queen Atziri and Doriani, Emperor Chittus and Malachi. Others even before them. I created a beast that would free humanity from the tyranny of the gods. Yet all I really did was provide the perfect tool with which humanity could tyrannize itself.
Huh, poetic.
Goodbye.
I don't know
The
what
truth
that
of
is.
this world comes into focus one tale at a time.
Okay.
Now there's a pair of eyes I could never forget. If the tales are true, those peepers of yours have seen all the wonders of Rayclast by now. And a few things they likely wish they hadn't. Oh, and no need for us to speak of Orioth. My ears are brimful with the sorrows these wretched companions of yours have been spilling. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that Lion Ice Watch has seen bigger days. Our once bubbling township has, alas, become a brooding quagmire of gloom and despair. I blame the unrelenting weather. As you know, I am both a humanitarian and a strong believer in the soul-sustaining power of story. Back when I was still captain of the Merry Gull, many days at sea afforded me time to work on my thespian aspirations. I wrote a theatrical epic, a one-man show entitled Cedric and the Buxom Stranger. I sealed the manuscript inside a roll of oiled leather and stashed it in the hold for safekeeping. Perhaps you could salvage it for me from that tidal island upon which my poor ship came to rest. Who knows?
Sure.
Maybe we can bring some joy back to Lion's Watch with a bit of live entertainment.
All right.
Now there's a sorry tale. More miserable than any dirge I've ever heard. Nessa's gone. Wandered off into the night, muttering to herself about dancing to his ditty. No, I didn't go after her. In truth, she was gone when I woke up the next morning. I only imagined she'd be muttering, you see, on account of the murmuring she's been making these past few weeks.
Okay.
Always the same. About him and his song, whoever in damnation he is. Now there's
Oops,
a
no.
solid Lily Roth, granddaughter of the legendary Rottooth Roth. Oh, apologies if I seem a little giddy. It's not any old day you get to meet marine royalty. I mean, you know how I feel about pirates and all, but the Roths have as much in common with those scurvy sea wrecks as a shark does with a goldfish. Lily has her granddaddy's blood in her veins. It's plain for all to see. Look at the luster in her eyes, the ruddy blush of her skin. That there's a pirate princess and
Look at
no
these
mistake.
gnomes.
Yes, we live in curious times indeed. time when old stories are being birthed, mewling and puking into our world of
Oops.
dirt and blood. It's all a bit inspiring. Hence, I've written a little something. Ancient anecdotes now wake from their beds, looming in our fears, towering above our heads. Age-old lusts and bygone greeds, walking and reeking as humanity bleeds. Rivers of history, lakes of blood. The gods stand upon us as we cower in the mud.
Alright, well, we'll dive into this after I get the quest.
First we hear that Oriath has lost its bloody mind, and then you turn up. Doesn't take a scholar to work out how these two events might be connected.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on out there, and I probably wouldn't understand it if I saw it with my own two eyes. What I do know is this. The world we knew, it's gone. Now we have to do our damnedest to make sure we don't go with it. Nessa. I saw her one night, running out across the coast, headed in the direction of the mudflats. Called out to her, but she didn't even turn her head. Maybe she couldn't hear me. Maybe she didn't want to. I don't bloody know. I tried to run after her, but she'd vanished into the darkness before my feet had barely touched the sand. So I tracked her, all the way to the mudflats, and that's when her tracks, they just stopped. No sign of meeting someone or something. No sign of a struggle. It's like one moment she was running, and the next, gone. Look, I've heard some things about what you've done. Things that beg a belief. Now you can do this. Please. Find Nessa. Bring her back to us.
Okay, cool. So I'll actually get these little tidbits and look at them a little bit later. We're going to do the mines, then we're going to call it an evening. Let's put this stuff down. Oh, really? See, why would they make one carry 40 and another carry 20? That's never made sense to me. I would appreciate the consistency. Let's make this impossible to replace for a while. Oops. %. Oh boy. That's gonna be expensive. We'll get it up to 10. And next time I got a stack of 40, we'll go another 10. There, let's hit the mines. This jellyfish. What the hell? Let's drop off our gold first. See what riches we have.
You should check out what... Hail.
The Pillar of the Caged God. Cool. And all of these. What else we got? Orichalcum and wheat. Let's do it. Let's send the pumpkins. What do we want? 53? I'll send 100. 400. They think they want pumpkins, but I will drown them in pumpkins.
They're on their way.
What can I do for you?
Literally nothing.
Is that the Exile?
There we go.
I'll add it to our balance.
Tons of gold. Get out of here. And now, part 2. Hell yeah. Oh, Oh, the map's a little bit different. Huh. To the mines. Now we got 115. That's a little bit. See, what sort of stuff do I want? Do I want azurite? Is that my aim? Whoa, we made a main shaft. Nice. Let's hit here, here. Well, how much does it cost? 37? Sure. I'll just keep spending it as I get it. Go! Oi! I guess I don't need to face the most dangerous of them. Ah, crap. Pure living azurite. Exploding orbs won't get me. I'm too quick for ya. Take that. And nothing more. Give me the azurite. And that was that. Where to now? At 78. We head here. I guess. Yeah, more azurite. I haven't quite seen a fractured wall yet. Oh good, dinosaurs.
The corrupt shall fall.
Get him. Whoa. The Shriekers are doing quite a bit of damage to me. Jeez. There we go. Just don't stop zapping. Whew. Alright, wrist chopper. The gloves, nothing I really wanted. Except for maybe the eyes, right? Cool. I got 41. I got enough for one more delve. Let's do it. About to say, why can't I do this? Yikes. Alright. I think 3's a decent count. I think that increase in armor saved me. Upgrade your darkness resistance to mine. Mine encampment. Keep going. Into the map biomes. Yikes. Well, that's bad. Whoa. Okay, okay. We're okay. Get that guy. Mr. Unflinching. Okay, we're gonna have to stay on the lower levels if this is how tough it's gonna be for a minute. Whoa. Die. Okay.
I am no beast of burden.
Yeah, I've picked up so many of these unnecessary things. Now what? Sure. Alright, Darkness Beast. Antique Greaves.
I am no beast of burden.
Okay, this staff's kind of cramping my style. There we go. And I just got 4. Alright, let's get out of here. Well, how do I enter the... There we go.
Deeper you go, the more claustrophobic it feels. Like the darkness is closing in.
Okay.
Might be Exile. Might be trying to strangle you. Might be time we try to squeeze a little more juice out of those lights. If you've got any azurite spare, could be worth upgrading the lights at the generator. The depths you're exploring are dangerous, Exile. Not talking about the bloody monsters. If you stray into the darkness in your state, you'll be torn to shreds. Reckon you should use a little azurite to insulate yourself from the darkness. Won't completely protect you, but, well, you won't die quite so fast.
This might be awesome.
Generator ought to be able to take care of it for you. If you have the ore. Well, go on.
Not even close. Sure. Is there a stash in here? Yeah. A river rune, huh? Don't really have much use for those runes. Oh, it's 1 of 1. Nice. I'll go give that, I guess. Let's spend this. There we go. And I got 11 left. Oh boy. Well. Nice. Well, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna call it an evening. I got another day at work tomorrow. But we'll be back on... No, wait, no. Monday is my day off. I will be back on Tuesday. And from there, we'll get sewing for another week. So thank you all for being here. I will talk to you on Tuesday. Take it easy, and good night.